Hello, welcome back to Paradigms. This is episode 3. Today I'll be just recapping a little bit. I've been talking about paradigms, these set of concepts and beliefs and theories set in patterns on this field. And this field being the matrix, this field of energy and possibilities. And then I was talking about also the corporate environment being this hierarchy and structure, relating it to our Christian background and religion, and how that kind of trickles into just the way of being in our environment. I also was talking about language as well, and English being based on separation. Today, I have very exciting news. I'm going a little deeper with the Matrix, and I just wanted to bring this awareness of the Matrix, how we dip into this field of possibilities through language as well as emotion and our heart, and how powerful the heart is. And I cannot stress that enough, and how we can live these magical lives and our dream lives. And now there's evidence showing it in science. Again, it's not this woo-woo, and that's why I love quantum physics, because I love woo-woo. But now the woo-woo is science. So now we get to have fun and be magicians, as well as see and be professional and studious. So there's both worlds right there, and it's so exciting. So learning that language, though, is code and casting spells at all time with our emotions. So kind of, marrying the two. So just going to put that out there for you to explore and see what you think about that. So please do share your thoughts, because I love your lens on this as well. I also wanted to share my background a little bit and where I'm coming from. So when I was young, I spent 8 years in the U.S. Army, and I really learned structure, discipline, empowerment, especially being a female. And I love G.I. Jane. I love Demi Moore, and I think that's what I really got out of it. I just was really trying to step up my game as a female and live a more empowering life. I just didn't have that experience when I was young. So I really have that as a takeaway, and the mission oriented, and how discipline really, what that creates. First being controlled and feeling like a slave and having no freedom. I wanted to see it more as an empowerment. So that was a huge takeaway. When I was very mission oriented and leadership, it was like, okay, we're in, there's no discussion, and there's no trauma, there's no story, there's no meaning. It's just like go time. So really bringing that, and I was so fortunate to experience that at a young age, that I can bring it into my civilian career, which was next in the accounting world, and moving back to New York City, having the Wall Street experience, which is, go into finance. You're like, all right, let's go back. For me, it was, growing up in New York, I went back to New York and got to experience Wall Street. And, I grew up on Long Island, so I didn't know the city as an adult. So really getting to play with that, it's definitely a magical city, and so cultural. So I really, I was in the flow for a while. But my corporate kind of time did expire as so many years, that because of just, there's an energy from this hierarchy that kind of just stagnates, and I only can get so far. I am an artist at heart. So then I started my own consulting company, and I really just wanted to support this grassroots movement in Brooklyn and Manhattan, especially Brooklyn. I was in Brooklyn for many years, and I lived out there, and just the culture and the magic of just the artists and mom and pop shops, but from all different countries, and they just bring their energy, and that's what the magic of New York is. Just so many different cultures in such a small space that we're so built up. So you just feel like you're walking into different countries at all time. So it was so amazing to support people living their dreams, especially when they move to New York from another country and get to experience such a new way of being. So I really enjoyed that. And my main mission was to, from my corporate experience, again, to learn what I want from what I don't want, is that harnessing of that creativity that is lost when a startup or, a smaller company starts to grow, and that's their dream, right? To grow and make money. But then there comes this pivotal time in a business flow where they get big and they start becoming corporate, right? Because you bring in more seasoned management, and that creative energy just dissipates, and it kills me. And I've seen it so many times. I got to be part of or consulting or be part of companies that were so thriving when I joined them, and they were creative and they were dreaming, and then I see the whole culture shift, as they got bigger, and it really just made me sad. So I really wanted to help companies navigate and dance with the creativity, as well as, the structure and what that looks like. And it's the hierarchy that was really kind of, I feel, one of the big disconnects. So helping that with the flow, and it's, you'll hear, in the flow and flow statements. And I really just wanted to talk about too, Jamie Wheel. I got to see speak when I was back in New York, and he was promoting his book Stealing Fire. And it was amazing because what they did research on Google and the Navy SEALs, and how they don't use a hierarchical structure, and there was more there. They use that word in the flow, and what that means, and how to collaborate, especially the Navy SEALs, right? And what they have to do. So exciting. So I'd love your thoughts on this. I'm just planting seeds. But next time I'm going to really talk a little bit more about my business and what the integrative accounting is and the new paradigm finance movement. So thank you again for joining me, and please do leave your thoughts on what I spoke about, and what are your thoughts on all this amazing, brilliant new science developments. Thank you.